Hey, what is up, guys? This is Bo, or Carl Hungus 712, and today I'm bringing you some pretty nice demolition gameplay on Grind here. I decided to do something kind of different with my class setup here. Basically, I'm running around with the Ballista with iron sights, which, in case you guys have never done this before, it's actually pretty fun. I recommend trying it once in a while. It's, like I said, the iron sights on the Ballista, it's not a very practical type of thing, but it's really fun to do, and it's takes quite a bit of skill to do it, but you know, just for something different, I figured I'd throw this class on. I dropped almost 40 kills with it, and you guys know I'm an okay, you know, quick scoper. I don't do it that often, so I'm not that great, but I'm pretty decent with the sniper rifle in my hand. But you know, gameplay's pretty good, I think. Anyways, I think you guys will enjoy it. But what I wanted to basically make a video about today is I've been live streaming a lot lately, and like I said, I really appreciate you guys coming out and watching. It's, you know, it means the world to me. Like I said, I love streaming for you guys. I love interacting with you guys, meeting new people and talking with you guys. I've pretty much doubled in subscribers in the past 2 weeks from the live stream. So like I said, I just wanted to thank you guys right away for that. You know, I really appreciate it. I'm having a blast doing it. I'm going to try to do it every night if I can. We'll see. It just kind of depends on, you know, life, job, you know, girlfriend, all those type of things. So, but anyways, I've been getting a lot of questions on stream lately about different things like, you know, how you can improve your shot and just how do you improve as a player in Call of Duty. So I figured I'd bring you guys kind of a tips video, a tips and tricks video. I know I've done it in the past for like certain weapons and things like that, but the number one thing I can tell you, and it does differ from Call of Duty to Call of Duty. It just kind of depends, especially with Advanced Warfare, with the movements mechanic and stuff like that. That game's a little bit different. But for the most part, these things you can use pretty much in any Call of Duty game, and it transfers over from game to game. But the big thing is that I notice with a lot of people, even people who are really good, and I do it sometimes too, especially in public matches. You don't see me do it too often in league play, just because you have to, you know, you're playing the best of the best in league play, so you have to be really smart. But as you can see here when you're watching me, especially like right here, you see I'm utilizing cover here. I'm basically on a head glitch there and kind of working my way around the corner of the wall. So number one, to help you guys improve and become a better player, position yourself. You know, positioning is probably the biggest thing I'd say in Call of Duty. You know, a lot of people may say, oh, you know, you're gay for doing that, or you're an asshole for doing it. That's what these head glitches are here for in the game. They're to basically help you guys out, you know. And that's what I'm trying to do here. As you see me move around the map, that's basically what I'm doing. I'm moving from cover to cover. You know, that's my goal right here, is to stay covered as much as I can. As you can see there, you know, I knew the spawn was going to be over there, but I decided to get kind of aggressive, and it ended up not working out in my favor. Now, like I said, sometimes you can get away with not utilizing cover, you know, if you have a pretty good shot, which I think I've got a pretty good shot anyways, but you can sometimes get away with it that way. Or if the player you're playing against isn't the best, or isn't the most highly skilled players, you can sometimes get away with it. But like I said, utilize your cover. You know, move from cover to cover. Don't always get caught running out in the open. And like I said, as you can see here, as I'm killing these guys left and right here, you know, that's the thing I'm doing the most. I'm utilizing cover. Now here I get a little cocky and aggressive there, and you know, fuck it, I'm gonna go out there and try to get a couple of guys, and I almost do. But still, you know, if I would have been more patient on that play there and utilized cover, I would have probably gotten 2 kills there and still been alive and working my way towards my kill streaks. Now, you heard me talk about spawns. That's the second thing I want to talk to you guys today about, or in this tips and trick video, is spawns. Now, when it comes to spawns, each game mode is different. Typically, the most common thing to think of when it comes to spawns in a Call of Duty game is basically the team's going to be spawning where you're not. And it seems pretty basic, you know, if everybody's on one side of the map, typically the team you're playing is going to spawn at the other side of the map. It doesn't always work that way, but for the most part, that's how it works. Games like Demolition, basically the spawns are going to kind of be in the same spot every time. You're going to be on one side of the map, and the team you're playing is going to be on the other side of the map. And that's why you see a lot of times people will go into games like Demolition and they'll say, fuck it, I'm not playing the OBJ. I'm just going to go for kills. And they'll basically run to the other team's spawn and they'll trap them there. Basically the whole game. And just rack up kills because you keep spawning at the same point every time. So that's kind of true with Domination, but like TDM, you know, always watch where your guys are, always watch where you're at on the map. And that's also another reason why I play as well as I do, is because I know the spawn system inside and out. Treyarch probably has the best spawn system. Most of the time in Treyarch games, you're not going to spawn up into death. I remember Ghost had a big problem with that. There was a lot of revenge spawns in Ghost, so you always had to watch your back after you got a kill or two. People were always spawning kind of near you, so you just had to kind of get used to that. Advanced Warfare, actually, I don't think the spawns were as bad as in Advanced Warfare as one would think. The big problem with Advanced Warfare, though, was because of the movement, and you could traverse through the map so quickly and so fast and so effortlessly that you constantly had people around. So it was hard to control. It was hard to basically control the map in those games. But like I said, learn spawns, and basically the way you learn spawns, guys, is by playing the game. You know, you kind of learn, you know, over time. Okay, I died. I keep spawning in these specific areas of the map. You know, standoff, that's a common one. Basically, you're going to spawn back grocery, or you're going to spawn at grandma's house. Those are the two most common spawns. Sometimes, though, you'll move up and you'll spawn tractor side. Sometimes you'll move out and spawn gas station side. And there's a few other kind of quirky areas where if you have people basically scattered throughout the map, you might spawn in, God, I'm trying to remember what you'd call it. Basically where the hay bales are, there's a couple of spots over there that you normally wouldn't spawn, but you kind of get that spawn because of everybody being all over the map. So that's just a couple examples there, but learn spawns. And one thing that I've always tried to do, and like I said, it's different depending on what weapons you use, but if you watch me play in League Play and stuff, I mostly play AR, so I'm going to be back a little ways on a head glitch, but I pre-aim corners a lot. And that's another thing that will help you win more gunfights too, is either pre-aiming corners. That's what I typically do. And a lot of times you'll see with submachine gun players is they won't necessarily pre-aim around corners, but they'll basically put their crosshairs over where they think somebody's going to be, and they'll kind of, with using quick draw, because submachine guns aim in so fast anyways, they'll just, you know, they'll be right on you instantly. So always try to predict where your enemy's going to be, whether that's pre-aiming a corner or setting your crosshairs up to where you believe the person's going to be. So basically, if you have, let's say you have a submachine gun or a really fast-firing weapon, you can basically start hip firing before you even aim in, and you'll get a couple of hit markers on the player you're trying to kill. And that will help you immensely in winning gunfights, because that's the key, is getting that first shot. Now, in older games, or games like Black Ops 2, where you were kind of a bullet sponge a bit, you know, in Black Ops 2 it took quite a few more shots to get kills. And, you know, I don't necessarily have a problem with that, because, you know, it kind of takes you back to the Halo days where you have to really be accurate and you really have to keep your shot on. But in this game, anyways, sometimes you can get away with not hitting your first shot, because sometimes you can soak up bullets quite a bit. I mean, games like Call of Duty Ghosts, where the hit detection was just so incredibly good, you died so fast in that game that you basically needed to pre-aim everything. But like I said, just try to predict where people are going to be in pre-aim corners, as you can see what I'm doing here with the Iron Sight Sniper Rifle. I'm basically pre-aiming that corner as I go around, because I know exactly where those guys are going to come from. And of course, another thing, guys, try not to get frustrated. That's one thing that I still get sometimes, you know, when I'm playing a game. Sometimes you'll hear me on live stream, you know, God damn it, you know, God, why would that guy be there? Or I should have won that gunfight. Well, you guys got to remember, in Call of Duty, it's an internet-based game for the most part, unless you're playing competitive at LAN tournaments. Basically, connection comes into play. Sometimes the game's gonna require more shots to hit somebody to kill him because of the game lagging. So, you know, and it's just part of the game. You know, it's unfortunate to say that, you know, it's just something that's there and it's not going to change, but it's the truth. You know, it's part of the game. You basically got to live with it. You got to learn to live with it, and try to keep a level head, because if you're frustrated, if you're pissed off, and you're playing somebody good, it's just going to cause you to get more frustrated. you're going to get really, really irritated, and you're probably going to start struggling and playing bad, which happens to me from time to time, and it happens to most players. So, like I said, always try to have fun with the game you're playing. Always try to enjoy what you're doing, because if you don't enjoy playing the game, or if you don't find some kind of fun factor in this game, it's going to frustrate you. It really is. And that's one thing you got to remember with Call of Duty. Call of Duty is it is a realistic shooter, but just like in all games, there's stuff in it that's not realistic, like, quickscoping, obviously. That's not realistic, but it's part of the game mechanic. It's not cheating or anything. It's part of the game mechanic. Certain equipment, too, don't get frustrated if you keep getting hit by C4s or shock charges or EMP grenades or stuns, because the nice thing in most of these games, especially Black Ops 2 and the Treyarch games, there's always something to counter something else. So that's what I want to end on. When you guys create classes, create a bunch of different classes. Don't have all the same things. Don't have all lightweight toughness dexterity classes, which most people run because they want to be fast, they want to be able to pop their gun up as quickly as possible, and they don't want to have flinch on. Well, that's fine, and flinch was kind of a crutch perk in this game, but, if you're going into domination and you keep trying to cap flags and you're getting blown up by C4 and grenades because you don't have a flak jacket class, you can't really get upset, at the other players for utilizing explosives and things like that. They're part of the game. It's an objective-based game. Obviously, people are going to be checking grenades, EMPs, stuns, shock charges all over on the objective. So that's one thing I want to finish with. Always have a multitude of classes. With me, I've got quite a few AR classes. I've got a couple of subclasses when I need the speed, and I've got some long-range sniper classes and sometimes even LMG classes. So like I said, make sure you guys, again, going back to the beginning, have fun with the game. Realize there's going to be frustrating shit in this game. It's a video game. That's going to happen. Internet connection, that's going to play a major role too. Be advised that, hey, sometimes you're not going to be the best player out there. Sometimes, you're going to get outshot. That happens. Sometimes your shot's going to be off. That happens. Like I said, utilize cover, your spawns, and just like I said, just have fun with the game, because that's what this game's here for. It's here to have fun. That's what you're hoping to do. And like I said, that's why I brought you this gameplay with the Iron Sight Ballista. It's not the most practical thing, but I'm having fun, enjoying myself, dropping a lot of kills and having a good time. But anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed the video. I hope this helps you guys out. I'm going to try streaming tonight and some more. So I hope you guys enjoy the video. We'll see you next video, and bow out.